In the nightmare of the dark, all the dogs of Europe bark, and the living nations wait, each sequestered in its hate. Intellectual disgrace stares from every human face, and the seas of pity lie, locked and frozen in each eye. W.H. Auden. Secret communist structures, left behind in Eastern Europe by Moscow, have continued to function, have continued to struggle, to battle their way through cunning and chicanery to ultimate power. A year ago, Poland's ruling Law and Justice Party, opposed to Moscow, lost the national election. Moscow's shills in Warsaw are now free to play their dirty game while denouncing Poland's real patriots. They nearly ruined our democracy, said one leftist mouthpiece, referring to the Law and Justice Party. They brought it all down, and it'll take years to rebuild. They're fascists, he scowled. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Viktor Orban, a secret Kremlin hatchling, costumed in right-wing drag, leaking Leninist dialectics from his maw, openly aligns with Putin, openly introduces socialist price controls, perfecting that right-wing socialism that may, in time, deliver the whole of Europe to Russia. Orban was the first post-Cold War head of government in Eastern and Central Europe who had not been a member of a Soviet-era communist regime. Yet, he was obviously groomed by Moscow for a special role. We might call him a third-echelon cadre, more carefully disguised, better trained, more cunning, more sophisticated. He was, unsurprisingly, trained by the Soros Foundation, where Marxism-Leninism incubates its dragon's eggs. Early in his career, Orban became a founding member of Hungary's anti-communist Federation of Young Democrats, Fidesz. Receiving a scholarship to study philosophy at Oxford, he eventually entered parliament and became the leader of Fidesz, successfully corralling the right under an anti-communist banner that appeared seamlessly genuine. Now in charge of an illiberal democracy, Orban is building a workfare society along open socialist lines, posturing as a defender of Christian Europe against Islamic immigration, supportive of Moscow and the Chinese Communist Party, with few noting this glaring inconsistency. With Orban, the communists have stolen conservative and right-wing themes, wresting common-sense policies from genuine Hungarian patriots. The honest patriotic caste is now an anonymous, smothered, upstaged eggshell sucked dry by the sharp-fanged serpent's tooth of Moscow's pan-European right-wing infiltrators. "How much did you sell out the country for?" shouted Martin Gajewski, interrupting one of Orban's speeches. "He sold out to Putin. He sold out to Xi Jinping." 2. Orban was always the secret creature of the communist movement. No bribery was needed in his case. He modeled a seamless transition from secret left-of-center communist structures to right-of-center communist structures, all of it grounded in a provocation, in a scissor strategy appended to a grand deception strategy. And now we turn to Romania, where Russia's agents now predominate on the right and left. Romania is the only remaining country holding open Ukraine's lifeline to the outside world. Once Romania returns to Moscow's orbit, Ukraine will find itself surrounded by Moscow's agents in Warsaw, Budapest, and Bucharest. No wonder Moscow wants Poland, Hungary, and Romania to be included in the coming treaty that will ultimately cripple Ukrainian sovereignty and give birth to the one common European home that Gorbachev once promised. Just give Europe to Russia, Yeltsin had pleaded with President Clinton in their last meeting. And now, belatedly, the Russians may accomplish their long-term goal. Romania's Security Council has declassified documents showing that the country's recent spate of elections was subject to aggressive hybrid Russian attacks, in which the country cannot avoid succumbing to the Scylla of the old left communist structures or the Charybdis of right-wing Bolshevism. The Newsweek headline reads, "Vladimir Putin's latest threat to NATO comes through Romania." 3. In the scissor strategy, the communist secret structures have placed their agents on the right and left. Caught between two false fronts, the West is shaken without understanding the mechanism. The right now gets the stigma of supporting an openly aggressive Russia, while the left gets credit for defending Europe. To invert all narratives is the game. We are led to confuse friend with foe, to lose our bearings through disassociated thoughts. What mind can persevere through the disinformation, the treachery, and the resulting muddle? As George Orwell once said, presciently, all ideas are guilty until proven innocent. How easy it is to manufacture false ideas and plant them on every side like landmines ready to detonate. And so we enter the crisis of ideological inversion in which left becomes right and right becomes left. Here is the heart of an attack which paralyzes all rational thought. The public does not understand how fragile everything is. Russia and China are on the brink of ruin, yet play their cards with expert skill. The West deludes itself. What will happen next?